Going to get blood work today. I gotta get ready first though. All right, let's go make coffee. Okay, so today I'm going to go get my blood work done for the very first time to see how screwed up I am and to see what I need to do to fix it. But first, this is my nightmare. So I guess we're going to the store to get coffee. Hey, horsey! Give it, go. Done.
Mommy, I like
Pay for it. Hey, horsey! All right, now we can go. Hey, we're here. All right, so I'm here with my buddy Nick Jones. He is I guess owner of this location of Body Symmetry,
Correct.
which is a franchise.
Correct.
Based out of Atlanta. So just tell me what you do. Tell us what you do.
All right, basically, we're a bioidentical hormone replacement clinic. We specialize in hormone optimization and anti-aging. We do some medical weight loss as well, and because we are a med spa, we provide some of the other aesthetic services, acoustic lipo, laser hair removal, but predominantly we focus on blood work and cellular rejuvenation and anti-aging.
Okay. So you guys know that I'm coming to Nick to get all of my hormones balanced. That's the most important thing for me right now, is to try and get all my levels normal so I can kind of find my starting point and just get back from this kind of sickness that I had and the broken neck and everything else. So what we're gonna do today, I guess, is you guys are gonna draw some blood.
Yeah, we're gonna run some blood
from me, and then you said you probably already have an idea of what my levels look like.
Well, I don't want to speculate, but we're going to run a full panel on you, not just your hormones. So we're going to check your hematology, your full metabolic panel. We're going to check your liver function, your kidney function, your pre-diabetes. Obviously, we're going to test your hormone levels as well. Test your prostate. Make sure that you're healthy enough to treat, or make sure there's nothing else going on that's maybe causing you to feel not as optimal as you could be.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there. We use the blood work as a tool. We don't really just treat the blood work because everybody's different, everybody's lifestyle is different, but use the blood work as a tool to treat people.
Well, with you know me as with doing this, with doing shows and doing elevated levels of testosterone and other things in the past, and getting completely off with where I'm at, just finding out where I'm at naturally now. I just worked out, so I've got a question. Is that going to affect the blood work at all?
No,
if I
not
just
at all.
worked out? Okay.
It will affect it if you're not fasted. So.
Okay. Well, so just did some fasted cardio or whatever, so we're fine. And then The I'm assuming that this is gonna be like probably low testosterone and stuff like that. So if that's the case, I guess the question is, what is the difference between this and like steroids? Like,
Okay,
for
so it's
people-
funny because, steroids are in a lot of things. The media has kind of given the word steroids a bad name because it's associated with performance enhancement. But there's steroids in inhalers and respiratory. There's steroidal creams and for cuts and bruises. So, but what you're talking about specifically is, yes, testosterone is a form of steroids. Now there are all sorts of There are all sorts of other compounds that I could give you a whole dissertation on the difference between testosterone and other anabolic and androgenic steroids. So yes, technically it is a steroid.
Okay. But I guess what's the difference between like going here and getting it from Joe Blow? Like,
Joe Blow by the
I'm
surplus
assuming
car.
this isn't illegal.
Right, so
That's what
it's-
I'm saying.
correct.
I guess.
So twofold. One is there's a huge difference between therapeutic dosages and performance enhancing dosages. With therapeutic dosages, all we're doing is restoring you to the optimal hormone level that you were probably at when you were somewhere between 18 and 23.
Okay.
At that level, restoring you to hormone levels at that age have little or no side effects. And most people have no side effects. Other than that feeling that you're invincible, that comes back, and we're not. So you have to be cautious of that one.
But now, am I going to get the hair that I had when I was 18?
No, your hair's not going to come back. But at therapeutic dosages, and
Do they make steroids to grow hair?
that's another topic. They actually do have a steroidal cream
'Cause I
that's
want some of
for
that.
hair. Yeah, they do make it. And actually, I use.
Do you take it?
Yeah, I
Well,
use
you're
it.
way
Yeah.
you're old. Hey, guys, he's older than me.
Yeah, I don't mind
He's
telling
got
you,
way
I'm
better hair.
55.
55 years old.
Don't tell anybody.
Yeah.
So to answer your question specifically, there's a huge difference between therapeutic doses and performance enhancing dosages. We don't script competitive athletes here. I won't treat people running at extremely high levels. I will monitor them. I will help clean them up when they're done post show.
Okay.
Understand to be competitive in their sport, that's a decision that they make that I strongly discourage because of the long-term health ramifications.
Yeah.
So we won't script someone, a competitive athlete out of here. I will clean them up and help and restore them after they've damaged themselves from competition. But at therapeutic doses, again, we're just restoring the levels to the natural levels when you're 21. There are little or no side effects. Occasionally, you might have somebody that reacts to the oil in the compound that gives them acne, or very long-term use, even at therapeutic doses as you age, can start. And if you already have a propensity for hair loss, it can aggravate that condition. So.
That was actually my next question. Is like,
Yeah.
what are the risks of doing
So,
this?
so medically risk, and again, there's a lot of dissension in the medical community. Like if you ask the general practitioners who are old school, they're like, oh, you don't want to do that, it's dangerous. Well, it's not. They're talking about performance enhancing dosages, and that's what all the data comes from, is all the bodybuilders and all the people that have been doing these massive dosages.
It's the dosage that's the poison.
Absolutely.
Not the poison. Like, I've said that forever, that like, I mean, you can kill yourself by drinking too much water.
Correct.
But you can also have a little bit of arsenic and it won't kill you if it's the right amount. So it's really just, it's
Great
the amount
analogy.
that we-
It's more is not better. It's just in our culture that if one is good, two is better.
Yeah.
Well, with hormone therapy, if one is good, two is bad,
Yeah.
and three is detrimental.
Okay, so now if I'm on this and, I understand lifestyle, but as far as for everybody out there, if I were to say wanting to come off of it like I have here in the last couple months or whatever, can I do that? What are the side
When you
effects
say
of
come
that?
off
How
of
do
it,
you-
you're talking about post-show rehabbing after.
Well, I don't have any intentions on doing any shows or anything like that anymore. I'm just wanting to get my levels healthy. But let's say, just for the viewers of people, if someone was coming into this, I think probably one of their concerns is like, am I have to be on this for the rest of my life, or could I come off if I wanted to for
So
whatever reason?
the answer is yes, absolutely. Let me just be very frank. If your testosterone is low and you're symptomatic and symptomatic isn't just low sex drive, it's poor concentration, it's sleepy after you eat, it's the sexual part is lower quality erections, lower libido, but carrying less lean muscle mass and higher percentage of body fat. But all of the things that make a male a man come from testosterone. So the inherent need to be a protector, a provider, a leader, an alpha, all those things come from the testosterone in your system. So very few people start with us and then stop. The only people that do, it's for financial reasons where they just can't financially afford, as inexpensive as it is, to continue with the care. Now, that being said, if someone has to stop for that reason or whatever reasons, yes, we're going to run you through a protocol that's going to get you back to the same levels you were when you got here.
I got you.
So, and I would do that for anybody. If someone even on short notice says, hey, I've lost my job, my wife left and took all my money, I've got no money to eat, I'm homeless, whatever the case may be, I'm not going to say, oh, sorry, see you later, bye. I'll run you through a protocol to stimulate the natural production as high as we can get. You're not going to feel like you did if you were low, but you're going to feel better than if you didn't, if you just stopped.
You won't crash.
Yeah, because you'll crash if your testosterone levels from synthetic or higher and you just cut it off, then your body's going to dip down before it restores itself to its natural level. We can avoid the dip.
And I guess that's one of the things that you guys do that maybe a regular general practitioner doesn't do, because I know that when I first got tested for low testosterone, and it was low when it was like 28, it was like 8 years ago, I was dating myself, and there was a discrepancy with, because of controlled substance, and it was across state lines where I was purchasing it from because I had moved it, and it was all pharmaceuticals, all through a doctor, but the doctor told me one protocol as far as like how much to take and how often to take it, and then they wrote a script for something different. So I ran out early, and basically they were just like, sorry, bye. And, and I had to come off completely cold turkey with nothing else, and I've never been so close to wanting to kill myself in my life.
Yeah, it's no fun. You definitely don't want to just stop cold turkey because you will crash. And again, the reason that, I mean, you wouldn't go to a podiatrist for a throat problem. You'd go to an ear, nose, and throat specialist.
Yeah.
You wouldn't go to a general practitioner for hormone therapy. It's just.
But so many people do, though.
Yes, because it's not that so many people have the misconception that there's a rubber stamp that, in fact, it's the most common misconception in our business that the dosage that's right for you is right for everybody, which is insane because everybody's test number where they feel good is different. Some people start to feel good as low as 700. Some people don't start to feel good till 11 or 1200. Now, most people are the mid-mean average of that, kind of the 800-900 area is the sweet spot. But we don't know until you get there. So there's very few patients that are on the same dosage or the same regimen. We have a bunch of tools in our toolbox. That's why it's a process. When you come in, you have to be tested a lot earlier. We creep your dosages up. We might change the frequency. We might change the esters of the compound, whether it's slow acting or fast acting, to get you dialed in and you feeling optimal. You know, I tell people all the time, if I get you feeling good, which is the goal, the look will follow.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Cool, man. Nick, thanks so much. I guess now I got to go get stuck.
Yeah,
and,
let's go stick some blood.
Go do it. All right,
Yeah,
cool.
let's do it.
Oh, hey, I forgot to ask one question.
What's up?
Can I get a shirt?
Oh yeah, I'll get you one.